Welcome to the Box Score Sports Podcast. The good.
That's okay. That's good. That's all right. That's okay.
Okay, why don't you give me your good?
So, quick honorary mention of Brock Purdy with the 153.8 perfect passer rating. I just didn't want to talk about them more than I need to because they beat my team.
That's fair.
But no, we had a video of that already, so I didn't want to talk about that game again. But in this case, I'm going to go with yesterday's game, the Eagles. They really didn't look all that great. They had a pretty ugly. I thought they looked kind of bad, to be quite honest. But you know what? If you look bad against one of the best teams in the AFC and you still come out with a win, that's pretty encouraging. They did not play their best game, and they were versing a top-tier opponent. At least, the Chiefs are supposed to be a top-tier opponent. They still have Patrick Mahomes. Halftime, it looked pretty well in Kansas City's favor, and they came back and won. And their defense played really good in the second half of that game. So I'm giving them their good this week because, again, they didn't play great by any means, but they did enough to win the game, and it was not their best game, but they beat a top-tier opponent. So I don't see what they, you got to be happy with that.
Agreed. AJ Brown had kind of a bad game. He didn't get enough targets, I guess, but I don't know. It's hard. He was targeted 4 times. He only caught the ball 1 of 8. And if you can win a game where the defense holds AJ Brown to that level of stats where he only gets 1 catch for 8 yards, that's pretty good. So I'm with you on that. I am kind of confused. We'll talk a little bit more about the Chiefs, a little bit of spoiler in one of the other segments, but even with the Eagles, they weren't totally out of this game. In the third quarter, it was 14-17. DeAndre Swift ran the ball only 12 times for 6.3 yards a carry. I know it doesn't, because he had that 35-yarder. If you take that away, it's a little less. But I am surprised with some of these teams that they don't run the ball more. But I guess it's still the Eagles just finding different ways to win, which is good.
Yeah, and they're 9-1.
Yeah. This
was their worst game of the season. They performed and they won.
Yeah,
well,
agreed.
Maybe the game they lost was the worst game, but you know what I
meant. I agree. Yeah, that makes sense. Let's go to my good. I'm going to give it to the Browns. No Deshaun Watson, and they went to their 3rd string, and they beat the Steelers. Big divisional win. They stay 7. They're 7-3. The Steelers are somehow 6-4. That's something I'll never. That just baffles me. Their offense really didn't move the ball well, so it's really their defensive side of the ball that showed up for this game that really won this game for them. So good for them. It would have been easy for them to make the excuse that they're starting quarterbacks out for the year, but they didn't allow that to happen. And I felt like this is a huge win because they're going to be fighting for a playoff spot with this team. So good win for them. Yeah. Quarterback played well enough to win.
And that's, I think when we did a preview about it, I don't know if I said it or if I was talking to someone about it, but this game is going to be low scoring. The Browns have too good of a defense, and then Pittsburgh is still a solid defense, which is why they have the record they have. And the Browns, if they could have any sort of quarterback play, they would be probably one of my favorite teams in the AFC as a dark horse possible contender, but they just don't have a good quarterback. But they're doing enough to win, and a big in-division win against the Steelers. You got to be excited.
Yeah, Joe Flacco doesn't do it for you. They signed him.
Something about Joe Flacco being over the hill and probably underneath it. It makes me not a little hesitant on that.
That's fair. Okay, let's go to the bad. Thanks so much for watching this clip of the Box Score Sports Podcast. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you haven't yet, please subscribe to our channel. Follow us on Instagram and Twitter or X. And we'll talk to you guys real soon. See ya.